Hi everyone, I'm Remen Bukoy from BSED English 2B. Now let's discuss the personal and academic values of literature to children. The value of children's literature for young children is both personal and academic. Some of the personal values children's literature includes are providing joy to children, increasing their imagination and creativity, and allowing them to have vicarious experiences. Personal and academic value of literature to children, it improves self-esteem. Students enjoy reading books about imperfect characters who overcome real-world obstacles. Second, it increases awareness of the world. Understand that the purpose of literacy is to communicate with others and achieve various goals in their life. For the third, it improves cognitive function. The more children read, the more they learn to remember details and the sequence of events. Fourth, it improved test scores. Like the Education Online states that reading to a preschool child may be the most important thing parents can do for educational success. Fifth, the words and vocabulary. Simple sentences to complex sentences. Imagination. Imagination to explore. It develop also reading skills, develop kids vocabulary, grammar, language usage, develop reading strategies and skills. Also, it develops writing skills. It improves kids' analysis of text, basis for personal writing, or etc. Next is the exposure to content. Area subjects give early exposure about the topic that will they learn. It develops appreciation for various art forms. Exposure to children to the literature in early age will attract their attention about the said literature. Now let's discuss the relationship between children's development and their literature. Children's literature is important because it enhances development of language skills and other critical thinking skills that provide the foundation of learning. Focusing only on literature's value in developing language skills, however, overlooks other contributions that reading adds to a child's development. To sum up, children's literature cannot only be used to teach students how to read and write, but can also help them to increase their language, emotional, and cognitive skills. As previously stated, students can learn about global values and become more skillful at problem solving as well as thinking critically and creatively. For the third, let's discuss the classical period, which is the ancient world of children's literature, which is the Aesop's Fables. Written by a former Greek slave in the late to mid 6th century BCE, Aesop fables are the world's best known collection of morality tales. The fables, numbering 725, were originally told from person to person as much for entertainment purposes, but largely as a means of relaying or teaching a moral or lesson. These early stories are essentially allegorical myths, often portraying animals or insects, like for example, the foxes, grasshoppers, frogs, dogs, cats, ants, crabs, dogs, and monkeys, representing humans engaged in human-like situation, or a belief known as animism. Ultimately, the fables represent one of the oldest characteristics of human life, which is the storytelling. Next, the longest surviving and most important of English text is the epic poem Beowulf. 8th century CE, Beowulf tells the tales of heroism and sacrifice of in the vein of thousands of stories told throughout human history. Homer. Homer flourished 9th or 8th century BCE at Ionia, ancient Greek poet, presumed author of the Iliad and the Odyssey. Though almost nothing is known of his life, tradition holds that Homer was blind. The ancient Greeks attributed to him the great epic poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey. Modern scholars generally agree that he composed, but not the original creator of it. The Iliad most likely relying on oral traditions and at least inspired the composition of Odyssey. Lastly, the Iliad, set during the Trojan War, tells the story of the wrath of Achilles. The Odyssey tells the story of Odysseus as he travels home from the war. The two epics provided the basis of Greek education and culture in the classical age, and they have remained among the most significant poems of the European tradition. The method of their composition has been long debated.